some more witnesses have come out, at least publicly, because they have already been speaking with investigators, apparently, who were on the scene when Michael Brown, the unarmed black teenager from Ferguson, Missouri, was shot and killed by the Ferguson officer Darren Wilson. And two construction workers were working outside an apartment complex when he and his co-worker heard a single gunshot and looked up from their work. This was reported by the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. He says that he saw Michael Brown running away from a police car with the officer trailing about 10 to 15 feet behind with his gun drawn. Brown then stumbled and stopped, put his hands up, turned around and said, "Okay, okay, 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 okay," the worker said. It appeared to him that Brown had been wounded when he stumbled. The worker said Wilson also stopped about 10 feet in front of Brown, and then the teen began walking toward the officer with his hands in the air. Wilson opened fire as he backed away from Brown, whose hands began to drop after the third shot, the worker said. The worker said he was about 50 feet away from the shooting, and he was not certain whether Brown's motion toward the officer were the result of a stumble or in self-defense. Both men had given their account of the fatal shooting to investigators. They were working for a Jefferson County-based company. The co-worker of the man who gave this account I just read said Wilson never told Brown to get on the ground. He didn't say anything. At first his gun was down, and then he got about 8 to 10 feet away from him. I heard 6, 7 shots. It seemed like 7. Then he put his gun down. That's when Michael stumbled forward, I'd say about 25 feet or so, and then fell right on his face. I don't know if he was going after him or if he was falling down to die. It wasn't a bull rush. So this puts to bed all these supporters' accounts of the Darren Wilson supporters' accounts that Michael Brown, maybe he was running at first, but then at the very least he turned around and started to bull rush this guy, running full speed, ready to tackle him or attack him or punch him. And this guy had no choice but to shoot, because this is not true. These guys saw what happened. Oh, and let me just mention this, by the way, because, in a case like this, even the witnesses, even for the witnesses, this is important to point out. These construction workers, 2 white guys.
That is important to point out.
That is extremely important to point out.
Because this is a whole racialized case.
Yes. So these 2 white workers saw Michael Brown running, then saw him turn around with his hands in the air. Saw Darren Wilson, gun drawn, walking towards Michael Brown. Michael Brown, hands raised up in the air, giving himself in, walking towards Darren Wilson. All of a sudden, Darren Wilson starts shooting at the kid with his hands raised, while the kid's hands are still raised. It's not going to change their minds, the Darren Wilson supporters. But hopefully, this account helps sway the investigators in finally, please, bringing some sort of charges against this officer. Unbelievable.